Marlon, how's it going? Yes, sir. Pretty good, thanks. It's a little wet here today. Just drying off. It's raining pretty hard out here. Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. It depends. It depends. Depends what time of year. It's actually last week was really nice, but then this week it's been raining. So, you take the good with the bad, I guess. Oh, I heard it's really hot out there. I've only ever been to Florida and like Buffalo, New York, because I used to live in Toronto. So to that, like Detroit, Buffalo, and then my parents lived in Florida, so I went to Florida. So I like Florida. It's nice out there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, like I said, we're in the West here too. I'm still not used to it in Edmonton here, so it's obviously we don't get as hot as Las Vegas, but still gets hot every once in a while. Oh, there you go. Awesome. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, we just launched in the States actually a couple months ago. So yeah, our whole plan, like we've been in Canada since 2013. Our owner, basically, he owns a couple hotels in Alberta here, the ice fields. So what happened was he was trying to get things done like plumbers, electricians, stuff like that's where it originally started. You start out with the trades and then grow from there. So we're right across Canada, and we have offices in Denver and in Phoenix right now, and then our whole plan is to have an office in every state and then go from there, right? So that's our plan for this year. So yeah, I'm excited. We're excited. So my director has been calling me all day from Phoenix today. So I'm not too impressed, especially with the weather here. So awesome. What do you guys do? So it's your wife and yourself that have this business, or? Okay. 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 Awesome. Oh, awesome. Cool. And that's who we deal with. It's surprising all the amount of small business owners that I talk to over the year. And they don't have any of this stuff, and I'm like, how do you not have this stuff in the 21st century? Everybody should have a website. Everybody should know how to do this and that, marketing, this and that. Like we have a marketing lady from our head office in Calgary that helps out a little bit, but she can only do so much, right? So like she can help a little bit, but when they need, like we do have some marketers on here, but when you have, like I just talked to a lady in Manitoba near Winnipeg, and she does multiple things as well. So on our platform, we have maxed out at 10 categories. So the more you do, the better business obviously you're going to do, right? So yeah, and obviously us being new in the States, and then that's another benefit with our customers here, our business members, they can do business in the States through our network, right? So and if your businesses operate through North America, you can even do it through Canada too, right? So there's no real limits because of the free trade, right? Although Trump might have something to say about it, but yeah. cool. Oh, nice. Exactly. Oh, definitely. As far as we're growing with you, so we can kind of grow with you. We're in 2 states and moving, so that's awesome. Yeah, that's wicked. So yeah, so this is basically what you said. You already kind of looked it up a little bit. So I'm just obviously going to be showing you the website version instead of the app, because it's a little easier to show you do the presentation this way. Can you see the screen that I'm sharing with you? Awesome. So we'll put in. So you say you do a variety of different things. You got business solutions. You do. I kind of wrote a few things. Marketing. So I'll do marketing just for an example, to show you what kind of stuff we have. So content marketing, network marketing, website design. Like you can see, there's a lot of social media marketing, email. There's a bunch of different categories we have. Marketing, SEM, sales, real estate investment. So what do you think would be more geared towards what you do out of these categories here? Okay, automated, okay. So automation, is that SEO, or what exactly category would that fall under? Okay. Okay. Okay, I see. So we use over here we use HubSpot for our CRM. So that's what we use. Yeah, I just actually I've been taking, because I'm out of office now instead of being in the office. I've went to so many seminars, and I've learned so much in the last months I've been out of office. It's crazy. They talked about that. One guy just talked about that. He says, if you don't have a CRM, you're not a business. I was like, whoa. Because I'd run an autograph memorabilia business for over 10 years, and all I did was email, Facebook. I didn't even know what a CRM was until I joined this company. So I was like, oh, I guess I wasn't in business for 10 years, even though I was making sales. Okay. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty funny. So let's just say they put it in and say looking for marketing help with my new business, and let's just say they know what this costs. They could put it in the description, or if they don't, they'll put it in there as well. If it's urgent, let's just say they need it done yesterday. I'm sure you have a few customers like that. And if they have a budget, they'll put it in here. And if they're flexible, they're like, I know you're pretty busy, Marlon, so let's just pick 3 dates and times that we can meet up to go over, either via internet or in person, to go over everything. And yeah, we'll just kind of go from there. So we'll submit it. I won't submit it because it'll actually go live, so we don't want to do that. But I'll show you an example of what it would look like on your end. Over here. Yeah, it's funny because whenever I do presentations, there's not too many people that bring that up, because it's always in the bottom. And it's like, because mostly people that, I don't know how old, I don't want to ask how old you are, but most people, it's like, I'm almost 40, so it's even people older than me that really care about BBB. Not too many people actually notice that anymore. I think I've had maybe 1 or 2 customers when I do the presentation ask me about that. But yeah, we're BBB members, and yeah. Exactly. Well, if you click on it, like if you're a BBB member, you click on it, so then they would say if somebody's searching for your particular business and they only want BBB members, then you're the only one. So it'll make you more visible than the ones that aren't, right? So it's a benefit. for the people like you mentioned that are looking for it. But if they're not, then it doesn't really matter. But like you said, the older generation might care about that. So here we got an example there of an American one here, moving services. So this is how it would come up, subject, description. Now on our network here, we don't track anybody, so we don't use exact addresses until you actually respond back and forth. So we have a zip code and the city and that. So where we get our main social membership is from community leagues, like charities, sports teams and that. So it's different from Facebook. When the kids are on there talking to their friends from their sports team or their judo club or whatever, the people on the outside looking can't tell how old they are. So it could be they think the kid was like a 72-year-old or 50. They won't know that he's a 10-year-old kid or an 8-year-old kid. So it's a lot more private than Facebook. You won't have those problems on our network here. So it's a lot more safe and a lot safer, I should say. That's why our owner and creator there, that's what he wanted, foremost, to have privacy. So then the time frame and the budget would be on there. So you just reply, and everything would be saved on here. So you just click on your, there we go. So you click on your experience and your signature, it's all saved, and it'll come in, and then you can start interacting with the customer, and then reply, you send it in. Now, our biggest deal so far in our network didn't come through a request, it came through our communities. Basically what it is, it's basically almost the same as Facebook. The only difference is that the only people that can post on is our business members. So there's it's not as much spam like Facebook, just like Facebook is just out of control with people spamming all over the place. So it's actually cleaner. So you can just see our moderator, which is our mascot, Jackie's in the middle. And then the business owners post on the side here. So then you can post like what you're doing, what your promotions are. So then people can click on it and then right away go to your profile, right? So you got about your business, what you do, what you offer, how long you've been going for. And if you have a website, you put a link there so they can decide to do business with you on the website or on the platform itself. And then you have a rating system here. This guy doesn't have any ratings or reviews yet. And then what we also recommend is that you do make your own community, so you can add your current customers, and then you can add more as you go along. It's sort of like a Facebook page, bulletin board discussions, all that good stuff you can add to it. You can invite whoever you want and add to it. So then you can post whatever you want on that. You can spam it as much as you want on that, and whatever you're doing, working on promotions, all that good stuff. And we also have is you can, I don't know if you're looking to hire for your business, but you can post jobs on here as well. You can there. And you can also search for jobs too, or look for people that are posting their jobs there. You can always look on the boards there as well. Just another little thing on here to add to it. Just let Jack load up here quick, just so I can show you. Sort of like, yeah, I know Facebook has schedulers. That is a good question. Like, this is just our test account, so I've never actually looked on my account because I just have a social membership. I didn't put my business on there yet, so that's a good question. I'd have to ask about that. The scheduler, right? Yeah, no, well, especially if you're busy, you want to like time them out so you don't have them all. Because I know some of our business members, they do that. They span, like they post on different major, we have the general communities, and then like for certain areas we have communities. So what they'll do, not knowing any, because some of the older generation, they don't really know, they're posting in all these communities, not realizing that the same picture is going to show up like right after one after another. So instead of having just one looking professional, you have like 4 or 5 pictures in a row. Even though it's different communities, it still shows up in the same space. So it just looks, yeah. So, and then that again, obviously, if there is a schedule, they're not using it correctly because they're just spamming it like crazy. So, but yeah, so that's a good question. I'll have to look that up, and I'll get back to you. I'm going to be sending you a follow-up email anyway. So I'll ask my manager or director, and because I've never had that question before, so I'll look into that for you. Yeah, no problem. And for the Max 10 categories, you can check like a reporting so you can see which categories are working for you. obviously you with all your businesses, you could obviously switch out some categories because you have versatility. We have quite a few businesses that way too. And then some companies, obviously like construction, different stuff like that, depending on the time of the year, they would obviously snow removal in the winter and other things like cutting the lawns in the summer, stuff like that, right? So you can kind of swap them out, kind of look how your analytics are working by the month, week, or however long you want to check it out for. And our rating system's a little different than Facebook, Google, Yelp, all those good ones there. Is that the only time somebody can actually rate you on our system is unless they've done business with you. So actually the cash transaction has gone through. So somebody, if you just give them a quote and they don't like your quote, they can't go on there and give you 1 star or whatever for other reason they didn't like you, give you a bad rating. And then on the other hand, your friends and family, your parents and relatives can't go on there and give you 5 stars either. So it's only, that's what I like about it. I love that rating system. The other ones, anybody can can go on and just totally tear down your business after you work so hard for it, right? So that's one of the things I really like about our platform here. And then we also have a suggestion box, suggestion ideas, all that good stuff. Pretty much. Now, is your business just mostly online, or do you actually go visit people like face to face? Okay. 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 Oh, nice. Well, then in this case, depending on what business you do go face to face, this is just basically like your expertise for each category, showing how far you're willing to travel. So depending on like the plumber wants to go this far, like the bigger outfits, some only want to go within the city, some will go within the state or the province, stuff like that, right? So you can set your parameters to receive so you don't get requests that you don't want to look at, especially certain guys that don't want to go too far to spam your inbox. But so for you, I would specify it in your profile. So I'd be like, I'm willing to travel this far, since you're in Vegas, either out of state or just in state. But then you could say, I can do, like you said, Zoom meetings across the US and Canada, North America. You can just state that in your profile. That's what a lot of my kind of online businesses do, is to kind of tell people, like, I know I'm in Vegas, but I can still do, all this. Well, with technology, you can pretty much reach around the world, right? So it's kind of cool. And so your portfolio, which is your website, would look like that. So if you have a website, we would link it in, and so they could decide to do business with you on your website or on the platform, the app itself. And obviously your signature is just like your kind of like on your email. And then if you have social media, you can add all that good stuff there too, just to make the customer be able to check you out more and see what else you have to offer, just in case you don't have it all on your profile here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you have any questions so far? Yep. Mm-hmm. Of course. Yeah, it's actually free, Marlon, to go on as a social member. So you can go on there, play around with it, and it's pretty neat just to check it out. And it's only, obviously, that's how is the business members. It's the only ones that actually pay, right? So like I'm on as a social member. I still haven't put my business on there yet, but yeah, no, you can definitely check it. You said you already went on and looked at it, so. Yeah, there's lots of stuff to go through, and once you start loading communities and stuff like that, and putting requests in, obviously it's going to take a little bit because we're just growing in the States now. But for you, because you're online, it's not like you're a brick and mortar as compared to, like, you have more versatility than like an old mom and pop store, right? So it won't affect you as much. But this is how it breaks down. We can do a monthly option and a yearly. The only difference between the monthly and the yearly is that on the monthly, after 5 free leads, so that means talking to 5 free leads. That doesn't mean looking at it and not responding. It's after that, it's $2 every time you respond to one. So like a coffee fee. But on the yearly plan, it's all included. So you can talk to 100, 200, as many as you want, and won't cost you anything. So. And we just added invoicing, so on the app, so when you're with a customer, you can invoice them right then and there on the app. And it should be either this month or next month. I know they're just working at the kinks. We're going to be adding accounting software to it as well. We're just trying to add as much as we can to the app to make it easier for small business owners, especially ones that are mobile, and make it easier for them and have to carry around less paperwork, right? Nobody likes carrying around paper all over the place. Yeah, of course. Cool. Yeah, our director's actually, I think he's been calling me from Arizona today because I had a bunch of missed calls from Phoenix. Because I don't know anybody out there, well, that I know of anyways, I'm guessing. But he hasn't left me any messages, so I'm not really sure 100% that it's him, but I'm pretty sure. So he's always out and about, and obviously, like, I'll be trying to get Phoenix up and running and then onto the net. I don't know, I think we're going next, I forget where they said. I think is it Carolina maybe, I think? I don't know if it's north or south. Is South Carolina close to Colorado and okay, no, then that's not right then, because I'm pretty sure they're going like from state to state. Because Colorado must be right by Arizona. Yeah, because when I used to visit my parents in Florida, I flew out through Denver a couple times, so that sounds about right. So I'd have to ask, maybe if it was the director that called, when I call him back, I can ask him where we're going next. Okay. For sure. Exactly, that's what I mean. So, and that's a big hub. So they have a lot. I think, isn't that where they have that big show every year? Retail show, I think it is. Isn't that in Vegas? Exactly. And your hockey team hasn't been too bad either recently. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I have to definitely go out there when they come to town. I couldn't believe they instituted that rule. My business is selling autographed memorabilia. I'm kind of getting out of that, doing it more part-time now. But I know when they came to town, when I heard that rule, they're only signing for people under the age of 16 or 14 or whatever. They didn't do that on the road except for one player, so thank God. But yeah, it's craziness. It's crazy. It must have been just pure pandemonium the first couple of years down there for that, I guess. Well, they do that here, like Wayne Gretzky. They have a Wayne Gretzky statue, and they put a jersey on him there for the playoffs. So they do that all over the place. So I don't, I guess it's just to show team spirit, I guess. No problem. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely, Marlon. What I'll do is I'll send you a follow-up email, and I'll find out about the scheduler there that I put a note here for myself. So, and then if that was Victor that called me, I'll ask him to. When I call him back, I'll ask him a few questions too, and see if he's got the inside scoop. He's the founder's, the best friend of the founder's son, so he usually has pretty good insight on what's going on. So. Okay. Yeah. Oh, he's like Bruce is our founder. He reinvested, like he's basically reinvesting everything, like so he can grow it, right? So he's definitely put a lot of time into it. So. For sure. Thanks a lot, Marlon. Thanks. I appreciate your time. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye-bye.